Alright, that's it. We'll do a really quick review. That game was amazing. Um, it really does feel like you're playing a movie. It's really thrilling. I honestly can't even think of a negative thing to say about this game. And any negative thing I can even think of would be a nitpick anyway, so it's not really important. It's definitely the best in the series. I played the three previous games, and the first one was okay. 2 and 3 were amazing, but this one is even better than those two combined. Um, it's just it nails everything. The graphics are just gorgeous. Like throughout the entire game, I was gushing over the graphics. And the graphics are so important because they help with the immersion, and they help with creating these amazing vistas throughout the game, because part of the charm of this game is the environments and the exotic places that you visit. Like I said before, like playing these games, it feels like you're playing like one of those movies, those adventure movies like National Treasure, which wasn't even that good of a movie, or the Da Vinci Code. It's very similar to that, except like a million times better. Um, Gameplay wise, like it's a TPS game, but it it's more than that. Like the gunplay is just it's so rock solid. I think it's the best in the series too. But the shooting in the previous games was very good, but this one manages to make it even better, mostly because of the graphics, but also the physics of the guns and how the enemies react, and the AI is very smart and very um, it uses clever tactics. They're not stupid. Um, you can play it stealthy. There's no real reward for doing it stealthy other than, the self-satisfaction of doing it like that, which I think, it's kind of difficult to pull that off, but I think this game actually does pull it off because, it's so good, it encourages replayability and trying to challenge yourself more by playing it like that. Um, it combines the shooting with puzzle solving and also platforming. And the puzzles are good. One of the things I hate most are obtuse puzzles that are just so stupid, and you have to end up looking them up online. But this game, I never had to look up anything. I never had to look at a walkthrough at all. And some people might complain about that, saying, it's too easy, but I honestly think it's perfect, because the game's able to intuit the solution in reasonable ways, and just like with like some of the remarks the NPCs make, or maybe that Nathan makes, it gives you a little hint, like saying, oh, that structure over there is very suspicious, or I see some handholds over here. It helps guide you without holding your hand, and it waits a little bit to give you some time to figure it out. And it's like they automatically know like when you're getting bored with the puzzle, and then it gives you the hint, so it's perfect. The platforming is also really rock solid. Platforming and the third-person perspective really helps out a lot. You get like this grappling hook kind of thing, and use it throughout the game, and it really helps enhance the gameplay a lot. I don't think it was in the previous games. I could be mistaken about that, but I don't remember it being in the previous games. But it enhances this game a lot because it feels so exciting to swing on the grappling hook and to jump from platform to platform. My favorite kinds of platforming are the fast ones, where there's like a sense of speed. You'll be sliding down slopes. That's another trope that this game has, where you slide down slopes. I really like that mechanic. And also has vehicles. Now, the game is linear, but that's fine. Not all games need to be open world. Just because it's a new game doesn't mean it needs to be an open world. But there are some openish areas, so it gives you some room to explore some stuff. And the vehicle physics are really amazing. It doesn't feel out of place at all. You can turn the vehicle physics in this game into a full out, racing game if you wanted to. That's how good they are. And like when you're driving through the mud and stuff like that, the mud splashing all over the place, it's just so much attention to detail. And that detail is what helps you want to explore a little bit more. The reward for exploring is a little light. You find some little treasures here and there, so it's just for completionists. It's not really that big of a deal, but really the reward is just the exploration itself. Then there's the story, and one of the cool things I like about the game is that there's no downtime. Like, even when you're just walking around, you can listen to the banter between the different characters, and you learn more about them. The characters are three-dimensional, they all have so much depth, and it's able to convey the story in such an interesting way. There's never a dull moment in this game. It's fantastic, and I would love to play it again and pay closer attention to the story. But even when my attention's divided between the chat and the game, I could still keep up with it because it's that good. So yeah, I mean, it's just such a terrific game, and I'm pretty sure this is probably the last in the series. There is a spin-off game, but this is probably the last in the main series because we got that epilogue. Who knows? Maybe there might one day be some kind of like spiritual successor which delves into the adventures of the daughter or something like that. Who knows? But if this is the end, it's one hell of a way to go out because it is a AAA game completely. Much better than The Last of Us, which I'm probably in the minority on that, but I wasn't too crazy about that game. I always prefer the Uncharted series, and this is definitely the best in the whole series. And that's all I gotta say. It's a fantastic game. If anyone has a PS4, they should definitely get this game too.